Okay, Triumph Street Triple RS. Test riding this today because I really want to buy this bike. Yeah, so taking it for a bit of a longer ride today, and going to try and make up my mind about whether I want to sell my XL and get this, which I kind of really want to do because this bike is flipping awesome, and I kind of miss my 675. Such an easy thing to ride. This is quite similar. I mean, obviously more power, more everything than the 675 ever had. And this is the 2020 model. So it has the up and down quick shifter and blipper, Brembo M50s, Öhlins front and rear. Yep, basically the best naked bike money can buy, really. Well, middleweight naked bike. Alright. I rode the Speed Triple 1200 RS yesterday, and that was freaking amazing. Really enjoyed riding that. And I commented that the speed feels like this bike but with double the power. The size feels similar, the seating position feels similar. Obviously it just has way more power. Nice quick shifter. I actually feel like the 765's quick shifter is actually better, or a bit smoother, a bit more precise than the 1200, funny enough. I don't know if it's like a big bike characteristic, but the blip and shift action on the Speed 1050 and the Speed 1200 didn't feel as good as the 765 does. This is very positive. Nice solid clicks into position, which is strange. Maybe it's just something to do with the way the engine is. But anyway, I've got quite a long time with this bike today to make a decision, and I'm going to head out to the coast. Clarence Drive, also one of my favorite roads, basically the two best roads in Cape Town, really. Spin some laps, get some coffee, and just generally enjoy the day. I'll catch you there. Cheers. Okay, so just grabbed some breakfast here at the Grill Shack, and gonna go hit the road now. It is 11:30, so kind of middle of the day. Hopefully the traffic isn't too bad. It's actually quite nice and warm now as well. Much warmer than yesterday. And conditions look pretty perfect for riding. Needs an exhaust. Let's go. Oh, there's the Street Triple. The thing about these bikes is you can just ride them so hard because the power isn't scary. There's no huge kick of torque or massive top end rush, and you get really comfortable at opening the throttle soon on corner exit, getting used to the power delivery of the bike, and being smooth, and that translates really well to the bigger bikes when you ride something a bit more powerful. Once you've learned that throttle control and corner exit and that kind of stuff, you can apply it to the bigger bikes, just obviously dialed back a bit, but also the grip trust that you build up on a smaller bike. I find that you actually trust the tires grip a lot more on a smaller bike than you do on a bigger bike, because there's obviously no power to overcome the mechanical traction of the tire. Not to say that 125 horsepower is nothing, but it's quite different to riding a 160, 170, 180 horsepower bike, where if you're too aggressive on the throttle on the corner exit and you don't have traction control, or your traction control's on a lower setting, you might find yourself sliding a little bit, or obviously wheeling out the corner. Whereas on a bike like this, that's not really an issue. Sure, if you are riding with no traction control and your tires are cold and the road conditions aren't great, you are going to lose grip. There's not much you can do about that. But say at the track, for example, getting on the power super early out of the corner on a bike like this gives you a lot of confidence, and yeah, I think it just helps you become a bit of a better rider overall. Don't get me wrong, I flipping love the XR, but there's just something about riding a naked bike fast that you just can't match. quite similar to my 675 around here, just with a little bit more torque. I feel like I can ride this just as fast as my 675, but exit the corners a bit quicker, which is really nice, very confidence inspiring. Oh man, these brakes are really good. I mean, that's the brakes on the 675 were really good. It was a Brembo caliper with a Nissan master cylinder, radial master cylinder, and that pairing was amazing. Really, really good for that bike. I didn't have any complaints about those brakes, and these are definitely no exception. I mean, M50s, you can't really go wrong. This is a MCS 19 radial master from Brembo as well, where you can adjust the span. So you can adjust it, as far as I know, between 18 and 20, which is the angle at which the plunger actuates. So you can either change the feel, whether you want it a bit stiffer at the top or a bit more lever action, and then obviously you can change how far you want the actual lever to be out. So it's brake feel and then distance. Clutch is the same. I think you can only change it here. Yeah, there we go. Very nice and smooth. Yeah, sure. Really, really impressive.